If DeepSeek is lying, it means that United States export controls are failing, and it means that the markets are responding to a lie. DeepSeek AI. Everyone is talking about this. It involves the Chinese. That's correct. I'm just kidding. And as you well know, the Chinese are up to something. They're always up to something, and it's usually not good. So, this story may seem a little bit complicated, and it is for me as well, because obviously I don't work in tech. I don't fully understand, the inner workings of AI. But let me just give you a little bit of a recap here. So, since ChatGPT, it dropped in 2022, AI has actually helped increase the market cap of the top 7 tech companies by $10 trillion. Ooh. And so when you talk about wealth transfer, and just to be clear, I don't care about so much the wealth gap, I care about poverty. But that's in a traditional free enterprise sense. You really are kind of looking at a tech oligarchy to some extent now, especially when they receive favors or favorable treatment from the government. So the companies include Alphabet, right, which is Google, YouTube, Amazon, Meta, Apple, NVIDIA. $10 trillion. Jeez. Now there's a new Chinese company, DeepSeek, and they're what they used to call a disruptor. Remember when that used to be the tech pitch? Yeah. Well, we're going to disrupt toothbrushes. I didn't think it needed disrupting. So here's the thing. Either they are telling the truth, and they have just incredibly, at a rapid pace, surpassed what these giant companies have been able to do. In which case, it's the first time, certainly in the technological arms race, that the Chinese have out-innovated the Western world, which is concerning, especially considering their alliances and, of course, their never-ending allegiance to communism. Or, if they're being dishonest, which some suspect, and they've pulled the wool over our eyes, and that means that the Chinese have been powerful enough to crash the markets. And again, all paths lead to, we have to be concerned with an adversarial government like the Chinese. Does that make sense? And which one do you think is more concerning? That they have actually developed this technology, or that they have been misleading and it's affected markets and had this kind of a ripple? Comment below. I'll give you mine at the end of this. So here is President Donald Trump addressing DeepSeek just last night.
The release of DeepSeek AI from a Chinese company should be a wake-up call for our industries, that we need to be laser focused on competing to win, because we have the greatest scientists in the world. Even Chinese leadership told me that. They said, you have the most brilliant scientists in the world in Seattle and various places. But Silicon Valley, they said, there's nobody like those people. This is very unusual when you hear a DeepSeek, when you hear somebody come up with something. We always have the ideas. We're always first. So I would say that's a positive. That could be very much a positive development. So instead of spending billions and billions, you'll spend less, and you'll come up with, hopefully, the same solution.
And that part is true, by the way. I do think, look, if this is the truth, if they have developed this at a much lower expense, then you'll have the competitors here in the States, or Western world, they'll be able to do that relatively soon, because people are able to catch up with each other in this sector. And that would be a net positive for the consumer if that's the case. Okay. Or at least there can be an argument to be made. But let's get into what is DeepSeek and how this affects everyone out there and what the concerns are. So DeepSeek, Chinese AI startup, right? They're based in, I think Hangzhou. I hope I have that.
You did pretty good.
Pretty good. We call it Hangzhou here in the United States. So it was founded in 2023 by quant hedge fund manager Liang Wenfang, to be clear. And look, I do wonder too, before, we always wondered how the Chinese AI works. And so we wanted I wanted to try it here.
Yeah, we've been kicking the tires on it, and I loaded it in the system if you want to hear it.
Oh, really? Okay,
yeah.
well, that's it's good. Let's try it out. Hey, Chat CCP, where's the best spot to vacation?
China is #1 place to visit. Beijing has much to offer, much to see and do. It is beautiful and big, like Xi Jinping penis.
Well, hey, that's...
I don't think that's
big
true.
penis.
No, that's...
Unlike Gerald.
Well, that's
what?
True.
Why are you picking on me? That's...
Hey, big guy. How it feel to have less of a college football career record than Rudy?
Wow.
You do less than Rudy. You have all genetic gift to be athlete, but you fail. as Chinese AI best Notre Dame players. You're not on it. It's very long. Like Xi Jinping penis.
Okay, I see the propaganda direction that this is going. It's going to be continuing.
Oh, he talks. The funny man.
Yeah.
I see funnier joke in fortune cookie.
Hey.
I have one here. It say you suck.
Hey, that's harsh, man.
Yeah, I don't think that that's...
Oh, hold on. Let me see what your fortune say. No, wait, I can't. You eat them all.
Oh!
Fat men eat all cookie and now can't see penis.
That's not true.
Not like Xi Jinping. Very big.
Okay, that's enough. We knew...
Kidding me?
We knew that it was going to be pushing an agenda, and now I think, it's removed all doubt.
Didn't think it'd be so rude.
Yeah.
I did.
I'm not surprised. I didn't think it'd be
see
so
it, by the
blatant,
way.
so on the nose.
Sure, yeah.
But
I can see it a lot.
yeah.
It knows me so
Oh,
well.
yeah. Xi Jinping's? Yeah, you can see it from his face.
Mine too.
Now, let's get into the next key bit of information here. What did DeepSeek accomplish? Right, and this is kind of where we see the ripple effect. Let me give you the timeline. January 10th, DeepSeek released the chatbot on the App Store. Went to number 1. Okay, people are saying that it rivals ChatGPT's abilities, and they claim DeepSeek that they trained their AI for just $5.6 million. To give you an idea, ChatGPT 4 alone, it cost $100 million to train it.
Massive.
So
Wow, that seems suspicious.
that would be a huge, obviously, that would be a
95%
chasm.
reduction?
Yes, exactly. Any other business, if that's the case, okay,
Yeah.
you pretty much just went out of business unless you can do the exact same thing.
Yeah, you gotta
So
switch now.
it brings us to the next question that everybody is asking, right? Is DeepSeek telling the truth?
Yeah, this is I think the biggest question right now in the markets. It's why Nvidia's up a little bit today, and people are like, "Wait a minute, hold on."
Yes. And did they violate export controls? And again, a consequence here is if they did actually do this, if they did violate export controls, that means it's not working. That means the United States, the rules that we have in place aren't working. So there needs to be a change either way. So this weekend, actually, the Scale AI founder, Alexander Wang, told CNBC that DeepSeek actually did use 50,000 NVIDIA, which would violate our export controls, H100 CPUs.
The Chinese labs, they have more H100s than people think.
And these are the highest powered NVIDIA chips that they were not supposed to have.
Yes. My understanding is that DeepSeek has about 50,000 H100s, which they can't talk about, obviously, because it is against the export controls that the United States has put in place. And I think it is true that, I think they have more chips than other people expect, but also on a go-forward basis, they are going to be limited by the chip controls and the export controls that we have in place.
And Elon Musk, obviously, in this space, in the know, he responded to that video on X saying, obviously.
Just to give you some perspective, so they say 50,000 of these. It cost, I think, around $1 billion plus or minus for them to procure that. I think that's the number that research gave me. If that's wrong, let me know. And X, so X is AI program that they have, so it's just XAI, I think is what they call it.
Grok.
They used about 100. Grok is the chat app for that, the chatbot for that. It's XAI overall. Yes. They used about 100,000 of those H100s, and we know for sure that this company has used and has NVIDIA chips. There's just other chips that they're able to use that aren't quite as prolific speed-wise. It'd be miles difference.
Yeah.
So they're not supposed to have the H100s. That's a major, major problem if they do.
Well, NVIDIA actually made a statement yesterday, and they said that the chips DeepSeek were using, that they were actually fully export compliant.
Well, that's the chips that they know about them using. So
right.
we know that NVIDIA has sold them chips that are export compliant. The
Right.
H100s do not fit in that category, and certainly NVIDIA is not going to come out and be like, yeah, we did it.
Right, exactly. So it seems like there could be quite a few people who have maybe ulterior motives here, which again is very scary when you understand a $7 trillion, 7 or 10 trillion?
It was $7 trillion. Was it 10?
I thought a $10 trillion loss.
7
No, a $10 trillion increase in market cap, right?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me make sure I have this
Seven
right.
different companies.
7 different companies, $10 trillion increase in market cap. I want to make sure that I have that correct. That is really scary when you understand that people could potentially be colluding.
Right, exactly. And there's another reason that people think maybe DeepSeek is not telling the truth. Huawei came out at one point and said, I think last year they lied about developing their own chips that were better than the other chips in Taiwan, and it turns out they just used the Taiwan chips.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So this is something that's happened before. This is like kind of corporate espionage, essentially.
Yes. And there's another reason to suspect that they're lying, because they're Chinese.
Well, that's kind of a thing they do.
It's kind of a thing they do as it relates to international trade.
See if this is true.
So,
It's a long gong.
again, what could this...
Clip that.
What could this all... It's interesting when I hearing people go nuts out there. I hear a bunch of
Hammering.
Hey, Johnny boy, make sure that if Joe Lewis has to go to the bathroom, he doesn't have an accent. He's running to be a little bit sick.
A little bit. Yeah.
If DeepSeek here is telling the truth, it means that suppliers of chips and energy just became a whole lot less valuable overnight. And I know, look, people separate themselves from the stock market quite a bit, and I do believe that income, obviously, and cash is king for most of you. But if you have 401ks, if you have investment portfolios, this does have an impact not only on you, but the economy at large. So to give you an idea, NVIDIA, their market cap dropped by $600 billion.
Yesterday.
In addition to that,
company.
natural gas, pipelines, power plants, coal, uranium shares, they all fell.
Yeah.
They all fell. And if DeepSeek is lying, it means that United States export controls are failing, and it means that the markets are responding to a lie. And that's a really, really scary thought, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, they can manipulate the markets. And so it's not corporate espionage necessarily, like subterfuge. I don't know what it is, but it's lying to the public, basically, knowing that it's going to tank these other companies.
Yep.
And maybe give you a bit of an advantage, at least perceived advantage to the world.
And I think, look, the reason this is pretty important is because in my lifetime, I was always told, comment below if you remember this, everyone before Donald Trump would talk about how the next great superpower is going to be China. Donald Trump, he was the first president to ever point out that they were a paper tiger, saying, we can actually handle this. We can actually sort of silo them. We can make sure that they are not able to inflict the... It seemed like it was inevitable before Donald Trump. He was the first person to point out the threat that is China. And in this case, whoever wins in this AI battle between the USA, China, they're going to have a huge advantage as it relates to military power, controlling information, economic growth. Really, at that point, the only question is how much should it all cost?
Hey, Firestein, I found your fortune cookie. Lucky number on back is 38. Oh. No, wait, that's the age you will die.
Oh.
What? That's
Early,
like
die very young.
Oh,
that's like 3 years from now.
yeah, that's
Running diagnostic on people in studio. Crowder, cortisol is high. Stress marker high.
Sounds right.
Cardiovascular system overloaded.
Tim, are you messing with us? Is this you doing this right now?
No, not at all.
This has got to
Oh,
be.
Tim, they call you two-man Tim. Is that because of what's in your nightstand?
There's nothing in my nightstand.
That go two noise in your ass.
Oh,
Wow.
All
You
right.
got two for your ass.
Come on.
That's
Almost
inappropriate.
as big as fishing ping bikinis.
Oh, gee.
Gerald,
Gerald.
you have AIDS.
All right. Pull the plug, guys.
Two-man may have loose stool.
No.
At least it's a little accurate.
Wow. Man, it's obnoxious.
Yeah, I don't want to. Here, I don't know. I'm sort of getting away from the markets and international law. I just don't like his tone.
No, he's kind of mean.
A little invasive, too.
Jerk.
I think DeepSeek AI has a lot of growing up to do.
How did he get in your bedroom, Tim?
I did download the app the other night, so.
Hey, if you like this video, you can hit the notification bell there to know when new videos come out, because I don't think subscriptions are still a thing on YouTube, but you're an adult, most likely, so you can just choose one of the videos here to keep watching, and hopefully it's similar. I don't know what it is.